Week 6 post game Giants recap, whatever you want to call it. I almost don't even know what to say. I actually have a lot of things to say, but I don't even know where to start. I think that's a better way to describe how I'm feeling right now. So we'll get to the non-call on the pass interference on the last play of the game. We'll get to that in a little bit. I want to talk about something else. This is about the third or fourth game this season where I feel like coaching has cost us a game. And I'm starting to get real impatient. Brian Dable, right? The end of the first half. From my understanding, Tyrod Taylor audibled into a run play. Why does he even have the option to audible into a run play from the where were we on the field? Had to be we were on the 1 or 2 or whatever we were on. 14 seconds left. Why does he even have the option to audible into a run play in that situation, in that scenario? It just makes no sense. I mean, I get it. It was Tyrod Taylor's call, but at the end of the day, man, the coach has to take responsibility for that. There's just no way around it. There's no way around it. I didn't even like how we were lined up on that play. Like you knew it. Like you knew it before the ball was even snapped that this shit was not about to be successful. So I'm just at a loss for words. This whole game, man. Like it was. I think the players. This is the first game of the season where I can recall. Like I actually feel proud of the players, man. The effort they gave, especially the defense. Like the effort was top notch tonight, man. Like I said a minute ago, I just think the coaches aren't putting these guys in position to be successful, man. That's what it's boiling down to, man. We had the coach of the year last year, and for whatever reason, he looks like a shell of himself, man. He's coaching conservatively, and he's just like the decisions, man. I'm not. I don't like this shit, man. I don't like it at all. And I like Brian Dable a lot coming into the year, man. But I'm slowly losing my trust, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about it, man. It's just like it's ridiculous. Like, and then it was a few things. It was a few things in this game. Another one was in the fourth quarter. We run the ball very well on this particular drive. Saquon Barkley rips off 2 runs of probably like 25 and one of 30 plus. Same drive. Even Matt Breida got into the action. He was a little effective on that drive. Saquon Barkley comes back in. He's a little bit more effective on that drive. We get down there. God. Yeah. Third and goal, right? We get the third and goal. No, I'm sorry. Third and inches. It was third and inches. He gets Tyrod Taylor snaps the ball and rolls out. We ran the ball so effectively. Like, let's just say, even if you didn't want to run in that scenario with Saquon, we could have easily snuck that because it was like a couple of inches. We could have easily just snuck that and got the first down. Easily. But no, they rolled Tyrod Taylor out. These niggas make my head hurt, bro. Fourth and goal on that same drive. I'm sorry. Fourth and inches on that same. I can't even. I'm so fucking mad. Like I'm sorry. Fourth and inches. The next play, he decides to kick a field goal from the 10-yard line. Fourth and inches, like literally. Like we watch Philly do this every week, and I ain't saying we got the offensive line of Philly because we're not even close to that. So I'm not even gonna fool myself into saying some dumb shit like that. But it's like literally 2 inches, like a quarterback sneak. He's gonna fall forward for a couple inches. I don't think the center's getting pushed into his lap at all. Like we could have easily got that. So we settled for a field goal in that situation. And right then and there, I kind of figured the game was over. It's just a very like with the like God, man. It's just a very conservative and coaching not to lose, man. Now you're not coaching to win. You're coaching not to lose. You're gonna lose. It's just as simple as that. We've seen it so many times with a lot of these coaches over the years. You got to be aggressive in those situations, especially a team like us where we haven't had a lot of success even getting the ball down the field. We actually moved the ball fairly well in this game, and we haven't had much success throughout this year moving the ball. So I'm just trying to figure out why in this scenario we're 1-4. It's not like we have so much to lose. Like if we lose, we're 1-5. You know what I mean? So to settle for a field goal in that situation, that shit just like that showed me everything I needed to know, man. Brian Dable last year, I remember week 1, we went for 2 and won the game in week 1 against the Titans. We didn't go for the tie, we went for the win. And that's the difference I'm seeing this year with Dable. He's coaching not to lose instead of coaching to win. And this shit is very frustrating. So I don't know what's making him, make these types of decisions or what's going on with the because the personnel is different, obviously, but I'm just trying to figure out why. Like why is he so like non-aggressive, man? It's just this shit is so frustrating. But even through all that, we end up we end up holding them. The defense ends up holding them again. You know what I mean? They held them to a field goal that Buffalo ended up missing. We get the ball back, one timeout left to go about 50, about 50 yards, 55 yards to go to the end zone. March all the way down the field. Good drive. We got a couple breaks here and there, a lot of underneath shit. We were able to get out of bounds a couple times, a couple times in the middle of the field. Jalen Hyatt made a good catch over the middle, holding on to the ball, getting hit. He actually played more tonight, so I guess that was good from a coaching standpoint. Scheming a lot of he was in a lot of the action, a lot of the formations. But like I said, that drive, we moved the ball, we got that all the way down the field, got a pass interference call that we were fortunate to get in the end zone with 0 time left on the clock. The next play was this is why I said we'll get back to this play because this was more of a pass interference than the play before. He was holding his jersey, then he held his arm while the ball was in the air. No call. I guess they didn't want to call it on back-to-back plays and make it look, crazy, but pass interference is pass interference, whether you calling that shit at the end of the game or the beginning of the game. Like it is what it is. You got to make that call. Like if it's call the game, you know what I mean? Like and it's hard to even blame the loss on that because like I said, the coaching has been so terrible, man. And big shout out to the defense tonight. They balled their ass off, man. This is the most proud I've been of our defense in a long time. Like we've been playing like shit for the majority of the season. So for those guys to ball the way they did tonight, man, I got to take my hat off to them. A lot of Dexter Lawrence was a monster tonight, man. Clogging the middle, getting pressures, getting hits, man. He was all over the place. Like Dexter Lawrence, this was his best game of the season. Xavier McKinney, my guy, I said coming into the season, I've been real disappointed in him with this year, but he stepped up big tonight, made a couple nice tackles here and there. Just as a whole, man, the defense played very well. Deontay Banks, he's been impressive for pretty much the whole year. So, I like the strides that they're making. If they're making strides, they always seem to revert back, but that remains to be seen. But offensively, same old story. We haven't scored an offensive touchdown since I think week 3. We're in week 6. We have not scored an offensive touchdown since week 3. Think about that. That's crazy. Didn't score one against Seattle. Didn't score one against Miami. Didn't score one tonight. 3 field goals. And we only got those field goals because, like I said, our defense was putting us in great position tonight. So outside of that, I don't even know what to say, man. It's just this shit is just frustrating. This is definitely the most hurtful loss of the year just because we were in the game. Like we finally had a competitive primetime game, but the ending was horrible, man. This shit was horrible, bro. There's no other way to slice it, man. I'm so fucking mad. Like, is being a Giants fan is like this shit is like hard time this year. Like this shit like doing hard time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's like week 14. These niggas done took me through a season's worth of bullshit, man, in 6 weeks. I'm not with the tanking talk that everybody on and like tank for Caleb and all this shit. It's like, man, our problems are so much bigger than the quarterback position, man. It's not even I think that like I said in one of my prior videos, man, like it's so novice of niggas, man, that watch football to just blame everything on the quarterback situation. Like, you gotta see what's going on, man. Like, the coaches ain't calling the right shit. Like I said, they're not putting them in position to be successful. It's just like the decision making. It's a lot of shit that goes into it, man. We've lost what 5 games now, and all 5 of these games, you could point to different shit that contributed to those losses. It hasn't been one single thing that's like, oh, if we fix this, then we'll be straight. It's been like a myriad of things, man. So I want motherfuckers to keep that in mind when they keep talking about all this quarterback shit. It's like Tyrod Taylor, he played well tonight. He was accurate on his deep ball. Um, he was a little bit more. He was better than I thought he would be tonight. I'm not gonna lie. The line actually played better tonight. Evan Neal, I'm gonna give Evan Neal his credit. I don't like him, but he played well tonight, especially in the run game on that right side when they were opening up holes for Saquon. So yeah, like the pass protection was a little bit better. I thought Tyrod was very decisive with what he was doing. We just like we stall out because of the play calling and it's just like we're not making sound decisions in big parts of the game. The situational awareness is fucking horrible with this team, and I don't understand why. When we were so like it was the exact opposite last year. So I'm really like dumbfounded. I'm fucking fumbling over my words because I don't even know what to say. I didn't expect to be like this. Even if we were losing this year, I didn't quite expect for it to be like this. You would expect bad breaks, tip balls, motherfuckers get picks off tip balls, maybe some fumbles, maybe some shit like that, couple miscues here and there. But to just be losing because of the coaches, like that is the last thing I expected coming into the season. So I really have no answer, man. I still feel like we should have got that pass interference call at the end, but I honestly don't think it should have came down to that, man. As well as our defense played tonight, there was no reason to lose this game. No reason. These guys got to do some soul searching, man. I think we play the Commanders next week. Tough. That's a tough spot. They're playing well, man. Sam Howell, like I don't know how we'll do in that game, but if the defense is playing the way they played tonight, we could play with anybody. Obviously, Josh Allen is one of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, and we held them down. Him and Stephon Diggs didn't do much tonight. So I think these guys just got to make up in their mind, man, that they want to play this brand of football every week on that side of the ball. If the defense is playing like that, we can play with anybody. Offensively, we got a lot of shit to figure out. And I know a lot of that predicates from the O-line, but some of the shit is beyond that. Not having the right personnel on the field at times. Like I said, bad situational awareness, clock management, just lack of execution, man, on big play. It's always the big plays. It's just a lack of execution, man. This shit is frustrating to watch. But anyway, what else from I don't want to miss nothing from this game. What else? What else happened? Bobby Okereke, man. Another guy that I was on heavily, like saying that he wasn't stepping up and doing his job. He played a monster game. And he was all over the place. He contributed to a pick. You know, he had a tip ball. He was making plays. He had a pass deflection, making tackles. Like he had a great game too. So I don't want to leave anybody out that I might have tore down in my previous videos, because I ain't like that. If I shit on you for playing bad, I want to make sure I'm, equally as aggressive with my respect when you play well. So yeah, I don't want to leave anybody out at all. Like I said, Deontay Banks played pretty well. Um, Micah McFadden. Micah McFadden. This is like a few games I've seen Micah McFadden play well. So shout out to him. Saquon. He showed up. That second half, he showed up. That's the type of Saquon I want to see. And like I said, the O line was opening up some big gaps, man, on that right side. So Evan Neal, like I said, shout out to him too. He played well. Got to give credit where credit is due. Um, just couldn't pull it out, man. I guess on to week 7, on to the Commanders. We'll get this shit fixed, I guess, whenever. I don't have the answers, like I said, because this shit it's mind-boggling to me. So as mad as I am tonight, I got a fucking headache. I probably won't be able to sleep after watching this shit. And be watching all these post-game videos and all this shit, but I had to do mine. So, because I missed the last 2 weeks. I've been out of town. So that's pretty much all I got to say about this game. Shit it's ridiculous. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. Fly Free Sports, man. This is the Giants post-game recap of week 6. And I'm out.